Alright guys, welcome back. Bobby Dean here, coming at you with some fresh new parts. We got John Boy's truck in the house. We got the mild modded C10 in the house. And actually, I took out the metal axle housing, the aluminum axle housing, and I put the plastic one back in, and I'll show you why. So I'm gonna be doing a build. It's kind of like a Betty replica. Basically, it's the same frame. The Betty shares the same frame with the C10's, the JLU, the CRC, even the deadbolt. The body mounts are just a little bit different. And on the C10's versus the deadbolt and the Betty, the front links are a lot longer. So I've got a special build. I have a whole crap ton of parts coming for this build. Right now I'm looking at it behind me. I'm not going to show you guys because it's a surprise. But so I'm looking behind me and I've got a clear body, a clear Betty body on it. And I can't really tell you guys what I'm doing with the chassis just yet. But just know that this metal axle housing was taken off of this truck because this is going to go on the Betty build, or the Betty replica build. Also, my rock sliders, they provide a lot of good weight, but I did take them off. I wanted a little bit more of a natural look. I mean, you don't really see monster trucks, you know, lifted, or crawlers lifted with big old weights on the frames. At least I've never seen them. So I wanted to make this look just a little bit more real, I guess you would say. So I went back with the plastic housings. That's, you know, most trucks come with a flat black housing from the dealership. I mean, unless it's, I think like Toyota, I think that's it. I think Toyota is the only one that comes with like a powder coated glossy finish. I'm probably wrong. Don't quote me. Don't comment and say a bunch of shit because, yeah, I'm already admitting I'm probably wrong. So, but yeah, so let's get down to what I got today for my truck. This servo is actually a servo that I owe John Boy. As you can see, I have an Emax, or not even in this one, it's in my full mod. I have an Emax in my full mod that John Boy lent to me, and I needed to get him back. So with this big order here, I purchased one of these. And in the last video, I'm sure you guys saw, look at John Boy. He's running a stock axle shaft in there and an extended axle shaft over here because he snapped one. John Boy actually snapped his inner axle shaft in here. So, for whatever reason, Amazon wasn't working for him or some shit. It said cannot complete order. So I just ordered them for him. John Boy's good for it. He's always good for it. So these are his inner axle shafts right here. There was an option for black or stainless steel, and I thought the black might have been, you know, just regular steel. And so I chose the stainless for him because I think it's a little bit stronger. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But so here's his inner axle shafts. So that's gonna go to his truck. And he also ruined some of the bearings that are in his axle housing and some of the bearings that are actually inside of his knuckles. So I found him, I saw the Fast Eddie bearing kits, and you know, those are cool and all, but you know, $32 for a bearing kit, you know, that's a little much. So he only needed a few, and I figured, you know, John Boy never bought himself a, you know, 186 piece hardware kit like I did for my trucks, just to have spares. You know, you lose stuff, and it's always good to have spares instead of having to run to the hardware store or whatever. You just come back to the house, replace it, go back out if you have enough time. Anyway, so I was like, yo, man, you know, $32 for a bearing kit, and you're not even going to use all the bearings. Fuck it. Let's find you something better. Let's find you something that just has a couple of bearings. You know, we can utilize a few of these. You know, he only needs like 2 or 3, maybe 4 at the most. So he's got extras here. And check this out. He's got a whole screw kit. This is made by Injora. Oh, look, and it comes with some stickers too. How cute. This was like $19, I think, or $17. I think it was 19 on Amazon. Came 2 days later, you know, so that's cool. So that's for his truck. Okay, so we got bearings, the inner shafts, and the servo. See, John Boy's got the same problem that I have on my full mod. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you guys, yeah, you guys see the zip tie on that servo there? You see how there's no ears coming off of the servo casing itself to screw it onto the mount? That's because they broke off. Now, I think John Boy's broke off because I think he tightened it a little too tight. Mine broke because I was pretty dumb and I didn't set my endpoints when I first threw the servo in. I was like, oh yeah, it's in, let's go. No, that's not how it works. You got to set your endpoints if you change your servo out. Some servos could not turn as far. Usually aftermarket servos will turn a little bit farther than stock. They're a lot stronger. And basically, I didn't set the endpoints. I turned it left. It went click. And I was like, what the hell was that? And I turned it right and it went snap. So that was it. Boom. Zip tie. As you can see, in my stock one, in my semi-stock truck, I still have the stock servo. That's doing all good. I've never messed with it, never had to take it out, nothing. But when I do go to change it and put an aftermarket servo in, the mounting holes are different. So I'm going to have to go with I could go with aluminum, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to go with brass, like I did with my full mod. The mount that holds the servo in, I think Savix makes the mount, and it's a heavy little guy, so it's good. So brass sliders, rock sliders, boulder bars, whatever you want to call them, these are going to go on to the ultimate Betty build, along with these brass diff covers that I had just laying around. Also, what came in today, I've got the Injora Super Swampers. Now, these are badass tires. John Boy runs them on his C10. I run them on my full mod C10. I know I need some new ones on there, but check it out. I actually have some badass rims that are coming for this. It was a $50 set of rims. You guys already know those rims run like between $19, you know, maybe even $15 all the way up to, you know, $31 for a set with tires. Rims alone, $50. Solid brass rims. They're 36.2 or something like that. It's like 36 grams per wheel. Plus the 17.4, it says right here. So these are made by Dubro. Honestly, I don't really like to go with brands that are not name brand, you know, like Dubro and whatever this is. I don't really like to go with off-brand stuff, but we're going to try it out. We're going to see, you know, if it works and everything. And man, you guys, these are heavy. These brass wheel weights, solid brass wheel weights, they add an extra 5 millimeter of width or track, whatever you want to call it. So it's going to push these wheels out an extra 5 millimeters on each side. So these wheel weights are going to go into this one first. and I'm gonna take the brass wheel weights in there out because they're a lot lighter than these. These are a lot heavier. So that's kind of why, that's another reason why I changed my rear axle assembly, or my rear axle housing, back to plastic, because I'm not really gonna need, you know, all that weight, and I wanted to save that this metal axle housing here for my Betty build. So I've got that sitting over there off to the side. These Endura tires, man, like, these are the ones, dude. I've had the best experience with these tires, and that's why I ordered them again over anything else. I know you guys, you know, you're probably asking maybe, you know, hey, why didn't you go with the little guys, you know, the big old tires and stuff. Those are cool and all, but the bigger the tire is, the more it's gonna lift your truck up, which then changes your LCG. It changes the center of gravity higher. So if I were to go with a tire that was bigger than this, like a set that I've got over there on the wall right now, it's not really, I don't know, it messes with the performance. I don't like it. You know, you can't climb stuff that's as steep as what you've been climbing before. And you'll notice that if you change your tire size to a little bit bigger, it changes the geometry, you know, of the truck and everything. And you'll notice, you're like, man, like, why am I tipping here when I've never tipped here before? So that's why with the C10 builds, I always try to go with something that's pretty close to stock. This is just a little bit taller than stock, and that's okay. Because, I mean, as you can see, you've seen John Boy's truck perform in, you know, my previous videos. And, you know, this is exactly the same tire, width, height, everything. Comes with foam. I believe these were fairly cheap. I think they were like 20 bucks or 16 bucks or something like that. These I'm really, really excited about. Oh, I didn't even show you guys this stuff right here. I also got some black brass knuckles. I really like these. I like the color of them. I wish they would come all black so you can't tell that there's a mod in the truck. You know, it looks more natural, more normal. But these will do. These black ones, I'll put these on my ultimate Betty build. So I'll stick these off to the side. These wheel weights, though, I'm telling you guys, these are the ones right here. I gotta show you guys this stuff right here, man. These are 17.4 grams per wheel weight. These are heavy, and I like heavy. Oh, look at that! It came with like a vinyl bag. It's all nice and stable with some holes in it. Perfect. Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, guys, these are some heavy boys right here. Oh yeah. And I believe they just fit right into the rim right there. Let me see. Oh, like a glove. Check that out. That is fully flushed down into a stock wheel. And it looks like it's, you know, almost flush with that rim. You know, nothing's really going to get in there. No rocks, debris, fishing line, whatever. It doesn't really seem like it's going to get in there. But, man, these alone, this is a lot of weight. And the wheels that I have coming, dude, you guys, this is going to be absolutely gnarly. And you guys are going to have to tune in and see the performance, you know, once I put these wheel weights on. And these wheel weights, they come with, because they're plus 5 millimeter, they come with these extended little brass nuts. Yeah, they come with some brass nuts. And honestly, I really like using these. I think they're a lot better than using the nylon lock nuts. So any chance that I get with any of my builds or any of the previous builds that I've auctioned off, or anything, if I'm gonna go as wide enough, to use these, I love these, dude. I'll put a little drop of Loctite on it, cinch it down, boom, perfect. The reason why I really like these so much is because this little part of it right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. This little part of it right here, the shank piece, not the hex piece, but the shank, is the same diameter as your axle. So if your wheel is pushed all the way out and all the way past the tip of that axle just a little bit, your rim is gonna sit nice on these right here. And this, it has enough length to reach that axle. So basically it's like another extension of the axle. I mean, your wheel might even be sitting on this completely, but there's still threads, and it's all secured and everything, and it's just nice. They're really nice. I really like them, so I like to use those a lot when I extend my trucks out wider. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for what we got today. So we got the Dubro 17.4 gram plus 5 millimeter per wheel weight. So there's 4 right there. We got the new tires for the C10. I gotta wait till tomorrow until the rims come. I have 2 sets of rims coming. One are complete solid brass, and they're absolutely ridiculous. Another set that I have coming is the same set that's on my full mod C10, and they're all black. So I'm kind of debating whether I want to go with my all black ones here, or I want to do this brass. I might save the brass wheels for the Ultimate Betty build. They weren't that expensive. I mean, for rims, for a toy, yeah, they were. But as far as buying them again to have them on a second rig, not that bad. I would do it again. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. So you can see here, I have a metal rear axle housing. I have some brass boulder bars, rock sliders. I have some black brass knuckles here. And I have some brass diff covers here. And this is all just parts for the Ultimate Betty build that I'm doing on the side. Actually, I'll show you guys the body right now. I'm not going to show you the frame because I don't want anybody else getting any ideas and beating me to the punch. But here's the body right here. Clear body, needs to be painted. It looks a little janky. That's actually the plastic that's on the outside that protects it from when you're painting it. I've got some colors picked out. I have purple, silver, and black. So I don't think it's gonna be like a traditional Betty body color scheme, whatever, however the fuck you say that. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be a lot different. I kind of wanted to do something like maybe like a silver on top with like a purple on the sides following that body line, and then change it up. I really don't like how they put this gas can in here. I can't bob the body and cut it off right here. I could, but the only panel that I have to use out of this to seal that off back there would be this. And I don't think that's going to look very good, so I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'll just leave it all. I guess I'm going to have to go to the store and get some red paint and, paint these little gas cans, make it, actually, real looking, than having purple going all the way here and a purple gas can sitting there like it's part of the body or something. That won't look right. So, yeah. Tons and tons of parts are on the way for this, but I'm gonna do a build and test series. So I will have this completely set up at the length that I'm gonna have it, and with everything plastic. I'll test it. I'll show you guys, you know, how it performs and everything. This is going to be a wide or widened rig. So there's going to be a lot of aftermarket parts that are going to go into this. Like I said, this is going to be the ultimate Betty build. I want this to be something that nobody has ever done. Nobody's, you know, done yet. Nobody's thought of it. So big plans, big plans for this. I'm going to go stick this back on the chassis. I'm sorry, guys. I can't show you the chassis right now. Johnny and I have been coming up with, you know, some ideas and stuff, and just right now how I have it set up, I know people would just take my idea and run with it, you know. So I'm not going to show you guys how the chassis is set up right now. Just know that it will be able to climb some steep stuff. And it's going to have tires way bigger than this. Actually, I have the tires here already. I have the second set of these on my Gladiator that I auctioned off. So these are the RC four-wheel drive scramblers. I really like these tires. These are super soft tires, and if you run them without foams, boy, you get such good grip. It's ridiculous, honestly. These tires are ridiculously soft. I've heard a lot of people say that they've ordered these tires and, you know, they were garbage, or they got a set that was hard, or, you know, whatever the case is. I've ordered 2 sets of these now. Actually, three sets. And every set that I've got has come just, you know, nice, soft, perfect, brand new, plush, you know, ready to go. And look how much bigger these tires are, guys. So this is for the ultimate Betty build. The body on the Betty is actually a little bit skinnier than this because it has the fender flares. So I think with the fender flares, it is the same width as the C10. But the body actually sucks in a little bit, and the fender flares kind of kick out. So I think that it's going to look pretty damn badass with these big old tires on it. So you guys need to stay tuned, subscribe, do whatever you need to do so you don't miss it. All right, guys. See you later.